So it's been a while. So I had stopped making the channel 2 years ago because things were actually kind of going pretty well. There wasn't a lot to update y'all on, and I had been taking some of the advice I had been talking about, and things were actually going pretty good. And then things kind of took a dive for the worst. And the biggest thing is Kyle and I realized that we were losing our mind in our house during all of COVID, not being able to see people, and our mental health was rapidly declining, and we weren't really doing things on the channel as much, and so we needed to get out. I think very shortly after that, we moved in with my mom and my brother and his girlfriend, and we moved into a really large house and back into Austin. Yeah, we've been here for about 2 years also. Things just changed and we were getting settled in, and ultimately after we moved in here, I was doing really well for the first time in a long time. A lot of my anxieties went away. A lot of my symptoms went away. I wasn't having nearly as many panic attacks. There was not a lot to actually update you guys on because I thought, like, I'm better. It was temporary this whole time, and I'll never have another, like, bout of mental illness ever again. And that's not why I'm back. I mean, it's a little bit why I'm back, but, you know. I still have a lot of symptoms and a lot of stuff that I'm going through, but they're very different than the other stuff. A lot of the other stuff that I talked about in my previous videos have actually calmed down a lot, and then some other stuff has popped up that is just as confusing, but maybe not nearly as concerning. And because I have a constant support team around me that make me feel very comfortable and safe, the panic attacks are not nearly as bad. Things are not over, and they probably never will be, and that's okay. I'm learning to live with it, and I'm just as happy as anyone else, but it's maybe a little bit more of a uphill battle. Tattoo tour since I'm here. Got the classic. This is a new one, literally brand new. I got this one done pretty recently too. I have another one on my like underwear hip area, and that's for another day. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Some stuff I have learned about me in the last few years. I think a lot of my diet is bad. It's not that I eat unhealthy, but that because of a lot of the complications with the chemotherapy I took as a child, my stomach is super messed up, my immune system is super messed up, and I get really bad inflammation. The problem is that like even healthy foods can be inflammation causing, which is very annoying, because people just think I eat like garbage. One of the major symptoms I had when I first moved in here, and I haven't been able to really shake, is a ton of weight gain. I gained like 40 pounds in like 3 months, which is kind of crazy. And I've been on deficits and exercising, and all it does is sort of stop the weight from going on, but I can't lose a pound. Hoping that as I start this channel up, you guys can follow me on that journey so I can prove it, because I hate feeling crazy in my brain when I tell people these things, and then they're like, have you tried? You gotta be at a 500 calorie deficit. Oh, okay, so you're at a deficit and you're losing weight, but you're not doing the right exercises. Oh, you're doing those exercises? Well, you need to be on a raw diet. Oh, you tried raw diet? Okay, well then you actually should just give up carbs altogether. Nobody knows what's happening. I don't know what's happening. They don't know what's happening. Nobody knows what health is. Biking every day? Didn't do it. Tried it for like 4 weeks. Nothing. Also, ran every morning for like a month. Nothing. And I know people are gonna come in here and be like, you have to do it longer than a month. I have been existing in this body 28 years. I know how it works, and I know when it's off. Advocate for yourself. My physical appearance has not been a huge factor for me. It's not something that I think about. I have real problems. I'm gonna tell you about something else. After the weight gain, and also, I don't know if I talked about this in the previous videos that I did. I tried fasting. Fasting caused an eating disorder. Do not recommend fast. Nobody fast. Fasting should be illegal. I mean, that's not true. Everybody's different, but I highly suggest never fasting. Ever. I did lose weight. I did feel terrible. And I developed an eating disorder. What actually happened is a severe lack of control, as well as the last year of insanity due to COVID and all of the other ridiculous things going on in my body, caused me to spiral, and I developed a binge eating disorder, which I will go into more detail about in another video because it's an exceptionally complicated disorder. Last, but certainly not least, OCD. I think maybe I had even talked about this in previous videos before, but I was diagnosed by a past psychologist for having OCD. She described OCD-like tendencies, which I blew off because I was trying to get diagnosed with a specific disorder. Back when Kyle and I were first dating, I used to literally knock on wood because it was like ingrained to me as a habit I picked up when I was waiting tables. And it was kind of like a funny joke, so I did it ironically until it was no longer ironic, and then I had to literally knock on wood anytime Kyle and I were separated, and anytime he was gonna leave, because if I didn't knock on wood, Kyle was going to die in a car accident. Like a pretty traditional one that people know about is like jiggling a doorknob or turning a light switch on and off. It's that kind of things, but a little bit more subtle and more personal and more internalized, but still things that are rituals that I do to compensate for my anxieties, but come from a place of nonsense. And when those rituals are interrupted, I can spiral. It can be a whole problem. Yeah, I'm only now really navigating it in like a very serious way, but I wanted to document a little bit more of it. Full disclosure though, a lot of my psychologists, while they will tell me things like, oh, this sounds like OCD, and this sounds like generalized anxiety, and this sounds like blah, 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 we're very anti-labeling, because labeling didn't inherently help anything, and while I appreciate it, sometimes knowing helps me, I don't know for everybody, but it helps me comprehend and then actually like treat the things that I'm going through. And that has done a lot for me because I can look into it and try to compensate for it. I'm ranting though. I'm happy to be back, but I'm not done. I'm not done on my personal journey. Things, while they got easier for a little bit, are extremely unresolved. And it was nice having you guys to talk to and seeing what you guys had to say. And going through the COVID stuff, like, I check those comments still to this day. They were some of the most reassuring things I've ever heard, and it was just a very kind, supportive community. I think having that community was really special, and I'm not done telling people that what they're going through is both normal and complicated and abnormal and deserving of attention, you don't have to hide it. And I don't want to. It wouldn't be a me video unless I showed you my garden, so let's go. Here we go.
What's up?
I'm doing a vlog.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I got eggs.
Wow, doing good. Kyle's been good. The last 2 years, he's found some eggs. He's been on a hunt ever since.
Wait, I have a question to ask you that might make good content.
I'm worried about the wasps.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hate this summer.
Are they gathering?
No, I can just feel in my bones they're around, you know? All right, what do you want
see
to
a
ask?
nest, we can zap them. Oh, I wanted to, okay, so, come look in the garage.
Oh.
Okay. So there's that rug, right?
Oh yeah, that
That we
rug.
were talking about cleaning and moving into the other
I
room.
can't see my failed hobbies.
But you wanted it here?
Yes.
There's also this rug.
Yes.
Now it's a grody rug.
Yeah.
But if I vacuumed it and like sprayed it with the hose,
Yeah.
do you think it would still work?
Mom won't let you take that rug.
Did you want it?
Yeah, she
Why?
likes parking on rugs.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
I don't, she's always parked on rugs, has always been like important.
Okay. To make sure the car doesn't hurt its feet.
Wow, is
Oil
there
and
anything worse than showing someone your garage?
No.
Wow.
It can't be. Other people's can't be better than this, though, right?
Oh,
If they
no,
say it is, they're allowed.
I
they're
bet
lying.
it could be.
No.
Than ours?
Impossible.
I don't know. Checking for wasps. This is my purple basil. There we go. It's doing real good. Real good. Yep. These are strawberries. As you can see, there's a strawberry. I've got some herbs. Kale's looking real healthy. Pepper plant coming in nice. Rosemary. doing fantastic. Let's see what else we got over here. Tomato plant is green, no tomatoes. Swear to God, I thought I heard a wasp. Sage, haven't been able to kill it in 3 years. It's unwelcome. It ain't going anywhere. This is where I grew some onions unsuccessfully. Did not have any luck. That over there was destroyed by both weeds and ants. No reason to believe me, but over the summer, still during COVID time, I had a very successful garden because I was bored and sad and I was very good at it, but it hasn't been maintained. Texas is an impossible wasteland to attempt to grow anything, so it's more work than I'm... Excuse you. This is a kid-friendly television show.
You can watch me cook if you want.
I don't specifically want to. I just need to do something funny so I can end my video. They always ended on you.
Wow.
No
put me on the
pressure.
spot.
No pressure. To be fair, you weren't doing anything before you were on the spot either.
Just go point it at Kate instead. She'll say something wild.
8.
No, ball sack?
Okay. Yeah, what you working on?
I'm writing my very last discussion board for college about the TV show Tuga and Birdie.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like I have to pick a thing that I did, and
Huh.
I feel like feminist theory kind of goes the best in hand with that. So I
Yeah.
was like, I'll just write about something I know no one's gonna write about, and I just pick a random
Perfect.
Netflix show.
I love that. I think that's great. Tuca and Birdie of all things is good.
It's so good.
At least someone in this house has an important degree.
I mean, you could call creative writing an important degree.
Yeah, but it's
It's
not
not.
dumb like economics.
Economics.
Name one economics thing.
Supply and demand.
Okay, well, that's the one I would have said too, and I don't have a degree in economics.
Inflation.
See, that's the second thing. See, he doesn't know what he's talking. You don't need a degree for that. It's a scam. It's a very expensive scam, an economics degree. I've worn myself out, so this is the end of the video.